next week?
Rogue One?
Yeah.
I think so. All right. We live and live.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's the Critical Dump Roundtable. Your boy Q in the building. My man Jay Rito. And the ever so silent and incognito E is on the line as well.
Right now, I am right here and I am present. Somebody didn't, play the music,
I did play the music.
You ain't played two bitch ass music.
Hey, I don't know y'all want me to play a whole track. Is that what y'all trying to get at? Anyways, we back in the building. A lot of stuff going on like always. So we here to actually try to break all that stuff down and try to give you a little news feed here and there. I guess we'll even let Rito talk on a little bit. He just be going, but you know how.
Shut up. All right, you rockhead boy.
I wonder like how Rito would be like if he was on The Apprentice. Like,
oh, they be
Arnold Schwarzenegger supposed to be taking over.
Oh, they be to kick me
off. Come on. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's a thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger is taking over. The Governor.
The Terminator.
The Terminator is the new head man of The Apprentice.
How does that make sense? What does he have to bring to the table?
It makes perfect sense if you think about it. I mean, think of his famous catchphrase that he's been rolling with all year. You are terminated.
Oh, that's going to be terrible. It's going to go from you're fired to you're terminated?
Ooh, that'd be hella awesome. I'll watch that shit.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow, this is...
Think about it. You said you would watch it?
No. Crazier part. I saw a lot of the cast. I saw like a lot of the people who gonna be on the show, and I'm like, oh no, he better be cutting niggas' throats. Quit.
Wow. Who ordered this season?
I don't know who. No, it's no celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all regular people, but like it's you'll see it and you'll be like, oh my god.
Oh man, hey man, nothing surprises me anymore. I keep telling y'all that. So, like I said, we got a little news things to cover. Eve, man, what's first on the docket? Because I know there's a lot going on. So just pick one. We'll roll with it.
Man, The Apprentice, like we were just talking about, Trump's gonna remain the executive producer on that show, and while he's the president.
How the fuck is he gonna have time?
Go ahead and put your ticket in, Justin.
Oh, man, I ain't. I'll tell you what, I ain't finna be. Nah, man, hell no. It just don't make sense. How is he gonna have time for any of that?
And see, that's what people are talking about with that. It's like that is a huge conflict of interest. Like this dude's collecting checks from like NBC and MGM. It's like, how the fuck? Like if he comes in that motherfucker, he's like he's an advisor. How you gonna defy the president if he come in there and he'll be like, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. We doing this. And plus, you gotta think about NBC. NBC is closely tied to. So I mean, do you really now at this point trust NBC now that they're giving money to the president?
No.
Now that they have that kind of relationship with one another?
No, absolutely not. Like, we got a lot of conflict of interest type things coming into play. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's how it's coming off. So this man is collecting checks. I run the country. I have enough time to run this quote unquote country and run my TV show. While not living in the White House.
While not living in the White House. Better yet, while my wife, that interchangeable ass woman, not living in the White House. She ain't living in there either. Big ups to LeBron. Hey, big ups to LeBron and a bunch of other Cavs players. They was like, Man, hell no, we ain't finna stay in no Trump Tower.
Hey, that's what they actually said. A lot of teams did that. I think Dallas, Milwaukee. I think no, I didn't talk to you. I think I was talking to So Wonder about that. You know, shout out to him. He wasn't able to take it today. Either that, he may pop in later. But
shout out to So Wonder, man, for flying around the world and shit.
Hey man, you see he be moving around like he's sponsored.
Man, this nigga's everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Hey, but I was sitting there looking at it. It's like you have a lot of teams that sitting there like, nah, man, we good. We ain't trying to stay in his hotels. I'm still wondering, are teams going to visit the White House after like they win a championship?
Oh, that's right. They got to go stand next to Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. Don T himself.
I mean, can we? Has time machines been invented yet? Can we go get Teddy Roosevelt back real quick?
Oh man, I wish.
Like at least for this, because I mean, of every president in the history, I think Teddy Roosevelt was one of the best. That's just me.
But you know, even then, like, okay, so he has that situation, and didn't he also appoint Linda McMahon? You know, the type of position.
This nigga just appointed WWE's own Linda McMahon.
Oh man,
hey, small business administrator. That's what she is.
Okay.
Small business administrator.
Hey man, let's not talk about him too much, guys. Come on, cut him some slack. He can do whatever hell he wants. What's that circular reasoning that you see from a lot of Trump supporters? Oh, he's draining the swamp.
Hell no.
Oh, word. Draining the swamp,
but I had to. Hell no.
Is he like bathing in the swamp at this point?
I swear to God, he's done more backflips than Simone Biles. I had to say it because he ain't drained no swamp. Whether people know it or not, he ain't said shit about Hillary again. He ain't banning Muslims. He's not deporting Mexicans, illegal immigrants, none of that. He ain't getting no jobs back because it's actually hurting people more than it's helping people. It's losing more jobs. I know y'all heard about the carrier issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
I seen somebody put on there because I think it was he made some type of deal as well with the Japanese company that is supposed to be for like 50,000 jobs, and they're donating like 50 billion or something like that. But I don't remember seeing any details about it, but
to go back to his carrier deal thing, at first he was talking about 1,000 jobs were staying over, and then you just notice as time went on, that number just go down and down. Then it was 800, then it became 700, and you're like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, this dude like gave him like a sweetheart deal, like I think it's $7 million in tax breaks, and you still got jobs flocking overseas. Like, so what was the fucking point of this whole situation? Like, I guess you kept some jobs over, and that's cool, but is that going to be your answer every single time somebody decides that, hey, we're going to send our jobs overseas? Oh, don't do that. We'll give you tax breaks.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened with the carrier issue. Yeah, they're going to get what was it, like 10 million?
I think it was $7 million.
$7 million tax break just to. It's like, wow.
But I thought the whole idea was not to do that type of stuff and to combat corporate America, to make sure that they aren't strong arming the people and to drain the like you said, drain the swamp of all these people who are willing to make deals with these corporate entities. Wasn't that the whole in the campaign on? Unless I'm forgetting something or unless I'm misinterpreting something, but I thought that's the whole idea.
Yeah, but you looking at Trump, you're like, damn, you genuinely feel like this dude don't know what the fuck he doing, because like, if you go send jobs overseas, and their intentions are to sell the products back into the U.S., but at a lower cost of manufacturing, then you say, oh, okay, you go do that, cool. I'm gonna slap a tariff on your bitch ass, and I'm gonna make it so that it actually charges you more to send that shit overseas, and then try to ship it back in. I'm gonna tax the shit out of your ass. So it's either I slap this on you, right? Slap this on you after the fact. It's gonna cost you more, or you're gonna just stay here and keep the jobs here, and it'll actually be cheaper. But I don't think he got the balls to do something like that.
I will say that he does have the balls to do it. I will also say he's dumb enough not to, though. He's just dumb enough not to do. Yeah, I mean, come on, let's be real, y'all. Man, how many intelligence meetings has he not gone to? Exactly. If you knew you had a meeting, Eric, wouldn't you be fired if you had a meeting that you had to go to and you didn't make the last 4?
Hell yeah.
No, because Eric be straight looking like
You
he don't play that game.
Mm-hmm.
He go when he can.
Quinn, we both play football, right?
Yeah.
We both play football. What happens if you miss a position meeting?
Yeah, you don't have a starting spot.
You lose your spot. You have to do penalty runs. Nigga, this is the craziest thing. When I was at Blinn, if we didn't even have to miss the meeting. If you were late to the meeting, and when I say late, I mean 20 seconds late. Like, if the meeting started at 8 o'clock, your ass better be in there at 7:50 at least. If you ain't in there by 7:55, you pushing it. 8 o'clock with 15 seconds that's been ran off. Soon as you walk through the door, your ass got a penalty run right before practice.
Oh man, so
I'm just saying.
So I'm guessing, like y'all said, man. In that case, Leonard McMahon got a spot. Might as well put Stone Cold as or hell no, let's go pull Goldberg back out. Why not?
Goldberg gonna be Secretary of Defense. Man.
Hey, no, see, you put Goldberg in some type of Secret Service position.
Dude, no. You really stretching this shit.
We sparing everybody, goddamn.
Why not? Man? Pull everybody back. We gonna find a spot for Hulk Hogan.
There you go. There's a good one.
No, you know what? That shit probably actually worked too because
races run together. Yes, he got caught saying something openly racist. Hell, Vince McMahon. I don't know why they don't just hire Vince. Vince said nigga on TV.
He did?
Vince said nigga, and Booker T was standing right there listening.
Damn, I remember Booker T dropped it. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one.
Vince McMahon said to John Cena.
Wait,
he was like, my nigga, you know how white people say it. I don't know how he did it. He tried to be hip. I don't know. And Booker T's just waiting in the wings, him and I think Alicia Fox. And they was like, Booker T was like, I know he didn't just say that.
Come on, man.
It's like, go look it up. Vince McMahon drops the N-bomb. Yes, he did, and it's hilarious. Booker T's face was like, yo, I don't even know what to do no more. Like, I'm about to, he my boss, but should I do something? Yes, nigga, you should.
Because the only one I remember is when Booker T let it slip when he was talking to Hogan. That's when they were on WCW.
That was WCW though. That was Eric Bischoff who was running that one. So yeah, that's that. But man, yeah, that shit happened, bro.
Ah, that's crazy. I'm about to go find that clip. I'm about to hit up YouTube.
You gonna laugh? Trust me when I tell you.
I don't know. That's a good question. So let's shoot this out to everybody. Is using nigga for one white person to another white person? Can we still count that?
I mean, is it still say nigga to one another? No.
Yeah, if they say, "Oh, nigga, I'll fuck you up," I'm just using that, but they use it to each other. Is it as offensive?
Man,
who the fuck cares?
I mean, if it's in the company of them, like I guess they can. The thing is this: don't use it around the wrong group of niggas. That's it. Yeah, I've had two white boy teammates who actually used the word nigga, and it flowed so good we didn't even get mad. Like the shit caught us off guard, so we couldn't do nothing. But it was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? But it is what it is.
Appreciate that, my man. Justin Ruff just sent me the clip. I will be checking that. I appreciate that, man.
Yes. Shout out to that man, because he finna put you on something. You gonna see it and you gonna laugh.
I probably am, and I'm gonna feel bad. That's when you start questioning your black, like, damn, why is this shit funny? Oh man.
I don't even know how to ask that question for it to come off as funny. It's like, yo, at some point you're like, wait, shit, I shouldn't be laughing. Cause I know it was extremely racist, but it's funny as hell.
I ain't gonna lie. Situations, and of course not every situation is racist, but there's certain ones where you don't realize it till after the fact. And like, you know, it passes and you think back, you're like, wait, hey, hold up now.
It has to do that, bro. It has to. You be like, oh, that wasn't shit. You thought about it at the time and it wasn't nothing to you, man. But then you like, wait a minute. Like it's one of those things. It's like it's a pipe bomb. You know what I mean? They just set it in your mind and it's got a long ass fuse. And once that fuse go off and that bomb blow up, now you think you like, wait a minute. I just laughed at some racist shit a couple years ago that I should have checked somebody on.
Honestly, you wanna know the thing that used to always give me, and I just recently started thinking about it, is when people be like, oh man, you speak so well or you did say, you know, oh yeah, thank you. And then you start thinking, you're like, wait, hold up. As opposed to what?
That shit has always been funny. I've gotten that from I don't think I've ever gotten that from white people. I've gotten that more from black people. But in the reverse sense, I've actually gotten, man, you sound white. What the fuck am I supposed to sound like?
That shit. First of all, I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Like that was always my question. Like, what the fuck you mean I sound white? What am I supposed to sound like?
Yeah, man, we gotta cut that out. I'm like, look, okay, to be fluent in speech, to sound intelligent or to be intelligent is not white only traits. That's just the sign of an intelligent individual. It's a difference.
Look, to use a higher form of vernacular is always goes over
vernacular.
The head.
You done fuck everybody up with that word.
Yeah,
in some cases.
It always goes over the head of the simple-minded.
You know, some people vernacular. Hold on, let me look that up.
How you spell that? It sounds like a disease. No,
anyway. Oh man, E, what's your next story, bro?
I mean, to segue back over to the tariffs, actually, Bernie Sanders did actually propose a bill. I think I spoke to you a little while ago about this. It's called the outsourcing bill. I'm trying to remember what it's actually called, but he was proposing some legislation to Donald Trump so that if they send jobs overseas, he'll slap a 35% tax on them to prevent them from sending those jobs overseas. And this is a reaction to what had happened with the carrier deal, because as we've discussed previously, it sets up this situation where you could ultimately end up, like what me and Jess were talking about, you can ultimately have a whole bunch of companies just coming through just like a train. It's like, oh well, let me get my sweetheart deal. You know, it's kind of like FEMA. You know, everybody like, ooh, let me get a little bit of that. Or let me get a little bit of that. Let me get a little bit of that. Let me go ahead and get mine in real quick. Yeah, everybody go get their sweetheart deal. But I don't necessarily think that he's gonna necessarily bite on it. Like I no, I just don't.
That just sounds sketchy.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
That just sounds sketchy. Cause shit. I don't think he ain't rolling with that one. He ain't. I already know he ain't. Like let's be real.
Yeah,
I mean, I doubt it. I doubt they let Doc Brown's doppelganger, get over on him. So I don't know if they'll actually try to vote that in or not.
Doc Brown's doppelganger.
You can't tell me he don't look like Doc, the stunt double. In Back to the Future 1 through 3.
As a side note, there is actually something that I wanted to mention. I was going to bring this in there, but the Pentagon slammed Colin Kaepernick in a Pearl Harbor tweet.
Oh, hey man.
Well, I don't know if you necessarily seen that video, but that Pearl Harbor vet, he went on to say that he never took a knee, never fell in the stands through the national anthem. And it was very popular on YouTube for a little while.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, they burned Kaepernick, and I was like, he didn't say shit.
He didn't say a bitch ass thing, man. I never took a knee for the national anthem. So
said this.
Who the fuck cares what you didn't do?
Yeah.
What's up?
Who did that?
Some Pearl Harbor vet. He got on.
Admiral Harry Harris.
Okay. What does that have to do with
Admiral Harry Harris?
Yeah, I was like,
come on, man. That sounds like a fake name, man. That sounds like somebody just made that shit up as they went.
That's like Corporal Peter Parker. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Johnny Johnson. Some shit.
Johnny Johnson.
Admiral Harry Harris. I can't fucking say that shit.
Corporal Jack Jackson.
All right, so here would be the questions I would ask. I would say, one, why does it matter? Okay, and I mean, like I said, there are situations where people, this whole patriotism, nationalism, and all these different things, and one, the thing is context. It's like you're assuming that he's only doing this because reasons. I mean, I don't know. But when he then explains to you why this is going on, and then you still, I understand if you want to say, okay, I see why he did it. I may disagree, but okay, that's cool. But when you then try to say, well, see, look, I don't do it, or we're out here doing this, it's like he didn't make a direct shot at you as a person or as a group. He's actually trying to shed light on a situation. And yes, people say, well, he could have did it different. I'm gonna ask just like what's my man on the Daily Show, Trevor Noah, said, what is the best way to do it then? If you have to tell me to protest tomorrow, I should do it.
Yeah, tell me what in your expert opinion. First off, what the fuck is an expert opinion?
Just like it sounds.
Does an expert have to? I mean, anybody can give an opinion, and it's an expert opinion if it's coming from that person, right? Because it's their opinion. They're the expert on their own opinion. So it's an expert?
It's a perception based on their experiences.
Yeah.
There you go.
If that's the case, everybody's a fucking expert at something.
But
that's the most loaded goddamn position.
But it goes also, I guess, with training and your experience in the field and things like that. So it's a little bit more to it.
Trump gonna hire Ann Coulter to be the expert of opinions.
Well,
that's a new kind of position.
Right now at this point, like let's take Donald Trump for example. When you see like people like Pat, I think it's Pat Robinson, would say is that Bernie Sanders has virtually no experience that would equate to him being the president of the United States. This is something that he sort of alluded to one time. And he even went on to say that Obama didn't have any kind of experience at one point in time.
You mean Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator President Obama? I mean Senator Barack Obama?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Continue.
Yes, I know. But you pretty much just brought up the point. He was like, well, wait a minute. These two have held government positions. Like, especially Bernie Sanders, you see like videos on YouTube. This dude's been in the game for a minute. He's not like some young buck who just came off the streets and just like, oh, I just decided I wanted to be president. Nah, he's not Donald Trump. He just
that motherfucker just decided one day, like, yo, you know what? Fuck it, I'm running.
I'm telling you, man. I think this shit started off as a lost bet. It started off as a dare gone wrong. I'm telling you, it had to, man. But the thing is, like, hold on. How can you say, like you said, Senator Barack Obama does not have the experience?
But
Senator Bernie Sanders did not have the experience.
I'm trying to remember. He said Obama was a community organizer. At one point, he was. I don't even know what that is, but it's still
okay.
A community organizer?
Yeah, I think that's.
You mean just like, hey, yo, y'all want to do some shit?
Is that what you talking about?
I think that's what he said. I have to look back at the video again, but yeah.
I mean, I can't even make this shit up, man.
That's interesting.
Move my hat for this show.
Pat Robinson with that slouch that he always looks like this. This Christian fundamentalist dude. I think that.
Okay, so he's trying to bag on Bernie Sanders' slouch, but we're not going to talk about Donald Trump's small hands and weird mannerisms. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure that was different. You know,
it's funny that when people try to use that or try to create their way of, I don't even really have a word for it, but I'm like, you're making points that make no sense. It's like you contradict yourself in a lot of these points. It's like when people said that, oh, y'all should take the loss with dignity, but then you go back and say, wait, hold on, y'all got mad because Obese got in office. I said, oh, okay. She
wait.
was.
Who should take the loss with dignity?
Everybody who was not happy that Donald Trump got in office should just take it with dignity instead of complaining about it or being mad or whatever. And I'm like, y'all ragged on Obama for 8 years. Stop.
This is my issue. This is my issue with people who say stupid shit like that. They say that we need to, just lose with dignity. No, I won't. No, fuck you. And this is the bigger problem because the people who actually supported him and the people who backed him so much and all of this shit, if you were one of the poor people who backed him so much, you're the ones that's losing. Because everything that y'all were so rah-rah behind him about, he backflipped on. He done won gold medals with the amount of backflips he done. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, could be me. But I ain't never seen nobody run a campaign on one thing, and then after he wins he ran his entire campaign on the same shit that he telling people not to do. Like he ran his campaign on shit. Oh, hey, I like to punch him in the face. And then when people actually start punching people in the face, he like, stop it. Like, what the fuck?
Yes. It's like, oh, my bad. I was just playing. Y'all took me serious?
God damn. That's my issue though. Because people took him serious. How the fuck can you take somebody like Donald Trump seriously? But they did. And they're going to they're actually going to be less beneficial than they think. They're going to benefit less from it than they think. But
man,
that could be me.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I mean, there's a lot of things that Trump read his campaign on. I mean, hell, he even pushed some fake news, even about about her economic policies.
Fake news.
That was just
hold
flat out wrong.
And when he didn't an article just recently tell him talking about all these fake news that's starting to come out?
Yeah, that was actually.
Man?
Speaking of fake news, man, Hillary Clinton talked about she wants to do something about fake news.
Oh, what she want to do now?
Oh my gosh, she wants to propose some kind of legislation against fake news. I think she's talking about right here, Pizzagate. The whole Pizzagate situation. I'm imagining you guys already know about the Pizzagate situation.
Maybe not, but go ahead and
Well,
enlighten us.
please.
The Pizzagate situation was some people were thinking that there were some coded messages in the Podesta emails that Hillary Clinton was running a child sex ring with
Nigga wearing dominoes? Nigga, what the fuck is going on?
like a series of pizzerias.
Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Hillary Clinton running a sex ring? She can't win an election. What the fuck are you talking about? This is so bad.
That is she didn't directly reference the Pizzagate situation, but a lot of people suspect is directly influenced by that conspiracy. Which that would be kind of, I don't know, like would that make me like her more? Like I would hate her, but I would like, damn, that bitch is savage.
Oh man. Like,
Oh shit.
Damn, like I hate her, but now I'm like, ooh, she earned her evil ticket now.
I'm like, come on, man. But the thing is like, how do you regulate something like that? Like, that would be the question.
hey, get your ass off them pepperonis.
Okay.
We gotta use that cheese. What the fuck you doing?
Well, that's a lot of conjecture is being thrown around as to how she's going to do it, but what some people are thinking is that the government is going to just pretty much cherry pick or look at some of the news stories and sort of assess whether or not this is a fake news story or not, and it just probably slap you like with a fee or something. But then that sort of steps on the fact that we do have free press here in the United States. So people are trying to figure out like how is she's going to work that out. And
people stupid. I don't know.
I mean,
I've said that before. I'll continue to say it until it actually starts to stick. People are stupid, and we're underestimating the amount and power of stupid people.
I think it goes a little bit beyond it, because I look at it as people just want to be right. They don't care how, or they just want to be a part of the group that's right, even if you're not. Which makes absolutely
they want to be a part of the group that's hot.
That too.
That's exactly why all of these women out here.
Prime example.
Strippers is hot these days. That's what's in.
Let me bring it back to something that most people understand. How many Patriots fans did you know before they were winning? None.
I didn't know any.
I knew like one, but that was it. Like it was kind of like it was something that nobody really ever talked about.
Okay. All right. Next example. How many Golden State fans did you know about until recently?
Nigga, I forgot that Golden State was even a team for the longest time.
What? Thank you. So why? I think people just like to attach themselves to the winning team at the time.
That could be a thing. I can see that.
I mean,
I can see that. That's why it's a difference between fans and diehard fans. You know what I mean? Diehard fans gonna rock with their team, whether they getting their ass kicked or they winning every game. And I get it. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do.
You know, even though I gotta do this because he listening right now. You know, like even when the Lions were like 0-16, you had fans that was rocking with them. Shout out to Devin McKenzie, man. Oh man, but I mean,
hold on, wait a minute. Is this a Mike Jones situation?
Go ahead.
Is this a back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me situation?
Hey, damn near. Nobody was banging for Trump until he ran for president.
I didn't take this dude serious, and then he just come out with some bullshit. Well, you know what though? This is crazy shit. People started rocking with Trump when he started throwing shots at Obama. That's what it was. And then when that was proven to be wrong, it was like he never apologized for making those allegations. So it's like you're an unapologetic liar. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh man, we could talk about this all day, but
I know we got other shit to talk about.
Yeah, man, what's the next one, bro?
Well, we're gonna talk about another one of his cabinet picks, man. The guy who he's picking for labor, who's very much so anti-labor.
Puzder or Pudzer.
Oh, I
Pud,
see.
Puz is either Puzder or Pudzer.
Ever how the fuck you pronounce his name, I don't even care.
See, at first I thought you was gonna talk about my man Benny, but we'll come back to that.
Bro.
Oh my god.
But man, Puzder. Okay, so this is the guy who I believe he's the chief executive of Hardee's and Carl's Jr.'s, and
Chief executive of Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
yeah, they're pretty much the same company. But
Yeah,
I
basically.
mean, yeah, it's the same company, but so wait, those are the same people who make those the heart attack sandwich?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, death on the bun.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Go ahead.
But like this guy right here, like it's so weird because like for roughly about maybe 15 years, they have gotten investigated by the Department of Labor, and in some instances they've been ordered to pay back wages. Um, Not only that, but you have a gentleman here who doesn't support minimum wage increases. He doesn't support a revisement of the Affordable Care Act, and there's something else that escapes my mind, but this.
Hold on. He doesn't support the revising of Obamacare.
The Affordable Care Act. Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah,
So
that's
he's basically in opposition with Trump.
he is
Because
basically in the opposition to Trump. Yeah,
he's
that's
he's
correct.
in opposition of the person who hired him. What
That's
the fuck
pretty
does
much
that
it.
say about the man who hired you?
And that's the situation we're in with Mr.
That's
Puzz.
like me. But for real, that'd be like me saying, "Yo, I really don't give a fuck about basketball. Like I can give two shits about this game. Like I don't even care." And Greg Popovich go and be like, "Hey, you want a job?" Wouldn't I mean? Ain't that the same?
Damn it! Yeah, now I remember. He opposes Obama's Obama's revisement of overtime pay.
Oh yeah, that makes more
Oh,
sense.
okay. So if he were okay, so he opposes overtime pay, and he opposes um, not paying people more.
Mm-hmm.
So
He also
work less, make less.
he also opposes sick leave.
Okay, so work less, make less. Don't get paid if you get sick either.
Man, we got some of the most weirdest.
Those are three big fucking issues.
Yeah, I'm like, we have the weirdest labor law, or people who are in charge of labor saying no overtime, you don't get time off. I'm like, think about it. Here in America, you pretty much work until you die.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what you do.
I've seen other countries that's like, man, we're gonna give y'all you get like 3, 4, 5 days off. Sometimes you might get a week or two off, you know what I mean, just because the job said so. Like they'll tell you, all right, y'all, here it is. We off for a month.
Man, you need to. Why you think everybody's so irritable now?
This world is like this. Well, America is like this. Shit moves that fast. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, well,
with it doing that,
yeah. To clarify, now he's only opposing the current revisions of Obamacare, or not Obamacare, the Obama's revising of overtime pay, which it went up to 47,000 from 23,000, which is the point at which you can start paying somebody overtime. Um, so he is in opposition of that, but it's still very telling to, like, you have a guy who is very anti-labor and is not in favor of trying to pay these workers at least a decent living wage. You're putting this guy in charge, and then it's like a huge conflict of interest right there, because like you got somebody who Who's a chief? He's executive.
He's a chief company. Yeah, he's the chief executive of a fast food burger joint.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, man. That make it. Come on.
He's the chief executive of a fast food burger joint, telling people, no, you're not gonna make more money if you work over, and you're not gonna. You can't take off if you're sick, or you can take off if you're sick, but you're not gonna get paid for it.
Which would then just cause you.
And I'm not gonna raise. I'm not gonna give you any more money. So whatever the fuck you doing right now, you know.
That's it. That's the end of the
helping me make money.
I mean, but it's not surprising though. I mean,
you know,
they appointed a doctor as in charge of HUD. Let that sink in. I'm just saying.
Oh my god!
We're not talking about PhD. We're talking about MD, a medical doctor who's going to be in charge of HUD.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what HUD is, it's Housing and Urban Development.
Interesting. So Dr. Ben Carson, MD.
Dr. Ben Carson, MD. Has he ever done anything worth anything?
Yeah, remember those bars he dropped?
I mean, I think the conversation is pretty fair when you talk about him. It's like those are two completely different fields. Like they don't even meet at no point in time.
But anybody who's listening, drop it in the comments. Maybe I misinterpreted this, or maybe I didn't understand. Didn't he pass up a job in Health and Human Services? I think he was supposed to be like the secretary of that, which is more related to his job field.
Way more related to his job field, but he said that he wasn't qualified to do it.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But you qualified. Oh, y'all should have heard the shit that he said though. That shit was even more funny.
Oh, hey, tell him.
Please, anybody who's watching, if you have popcorn, go ahead and get it ready because this shit is about to be hilarious. Ben Carson, he goes on to tell people that Barack Obama doesn't know anything about the Black experience. Growing up basically in the South Side of Chicago, and I think that's where Barack Obama grew up. But anyway, he don't know nothing about the Black experience. He's been the president for 8 years, had death threats, and been called all kinds of monkeys and coons and niggas and any other racial slurs. But he don't know nothing about the Black experience. But Ben Carson knows about the Black experience. He had a pebble thrown at him once, and he threw a rock back and broke some kids' glasses. What pebble is getting thrown in a urban neighborhood? We don't even use the word pebble unless we're giving a nickname to some girl that we know. Just saying. So that guy, this extremely soft-spoken, half-ass Black dude. You can call him Black because I guess he's Black. You know, his skin tone is brown. He's melanated, but he's on the inside. He's white as a fucking Yeti. But he says that when he was young, he had a pebble thrown at him. I don't know how many of y'all of our followers or listeners or whatever are from the hood, but we don't throw pebbles. I'm from the hood. I grew up on the south end of Beaumont, Texas. I'm still here now. We don't throw pebbles. We throw rocks. We throw small boulders. We throw bricks.
You throw hands.
And we throw hands. That's what we throw. We don't throw pebbles.
But I just find that funny though. I'm like, what does that have to do with why you're qualified for this job? Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm. So these people do more deflecting, I swear, than a goddamn shield.
Yeah. People
they deflect more than a Spartan shield.
Yeah, people talk around the question. It's like one guy at work just illustrated it best. He said, they'll ask you the question and be like, "That's a great question." But anyways, here's what I want to say.
Or they pivot like Hillary, Russia every single time.
9/11.
That's like you sitting there saying. It's like you sitting there saying, "Hey, Q, man, what you gonna eat for breakfast?" Hey, man, that's a great question. But anyways, let me tell you about my night.
Let me tell you about lunch real quick. Like, motherfucker.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Almost sound like a drinking game. Like every time somebody say 9/11, you should just drink. Like never forget.
Come on, man. I mean, and the thing is people are voting for these people. And, never mind. Okay, what's the next?
We ain't voting for them. They getting appointed.
I know.
Trump going up to him and saying, "I can just see how it go." He's scrolling like.
But it's not even.
He's scrolling through his contacts. Like he got his phone up. He's scrolling through his contacts. Who gave me the most? Who gave me the most?
That's how it comes off.
Linda McMahon. All right.
It's like
John.
It's like even with Ben, it was like urban, huh? Black. Damn. Who do I? Ben. Hey, remember that rap you dropped earlier this year?
Man, do you think that they have like black jokes amongst one another?
That's a good goddamn question.
I don't know, man.
Better question.
Do you think they drop these black jokes in front of do all of these people drop these black jokes in front of Ben Carson, and what is his reaction?
Man, look.
Because Omarosa sit there and be like, ha, 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 that's funny. Black people do that.
I'm actually surprised he didn't put Omarosa or somebody like that in that HUD position though.
Oh no, he ain't appointing no broke ass woman in that position.
No, it'd be funny. She probably would end up being like in charge of Health and Human Services or the Surgeon General or I don't know, Secretary of State and some goofy shit like that. I'm just saying.
But I mean, to go back to what you were talking about earlier, when he was going to be appointed as the Secretary of Health. I remember this is the same guy who was talking about he didn't have no government experience, but yeah, he ran for president. So it's like, wait a minute, you don't want to be the Secretary of Health, but yet you went for a position that's technically higher than that. So it's like, what? Like, wait, that doesn't make any no damn. Like that position made more sense to be Secretary of Health than working in HUD. Like, why would you pivot like that?
Oh man, hold on.
I swear this shit is harder than doing trigonometry.
Hold up. Go back to what y'all talking about with the black. So I gotta put my man Justin out there. He was talking about what y'all saying, dropping the black jokes. Who they dropping in front of him. He says kind of like those two old men in Trading Places. I'm just saying. Oh man, I never thought about that.
I'll give you $1.
Oh man,
They making that $1 bet.
Yeah, man.
Man,
Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm gonna appoint people like Ben Carson in this position because I think he can do it, and maybe there's a counter bet from someone else.
Ooh. Huh. Should we should Medea run for 2020? We should appoint like an entire black cast.
Don't please don't give Tyler Perry any movie ideas with Medea. Please don't.
Medea goes to the White House.
President. There you go. That's the new movie title.
That shit is like them. It's just like them Ernest. Them old Ernest movies.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Ernest Saves Christmas. Medea runs for office. What the fuck?
I can just imagine it right now. Don't you be doing that shit.
Man,
oh, shit. My running mate gonna be brown.
Basically, why not?
My running mate gonna have ashy knees. Bad fashion.
Hey Tyler, if you get that idea for him, we want some kind of restitution for that.
Give me bread or a free trip somewhere, nigga. I don't care.
You know, like I don't never want to like play with these government positions like that. But if we had like an alternate reality that I could travel to, and like Medea was president, I would really want to see that. Just like work yourself out.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the commencement speech?
Oh man, come on.
She gonna have a gun.
The presidential address. Oh shit.
She gonna be the most pro-gun candidate ever, even more than Trump.
Oh man. I mean, y'all stop, man. We don't need to get this man any more ideas.
Hey, my throat hurt. God damn, that was funny.
Come on, man.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. What's the next one?
Hold on. Hey, Eric, what was that Sarah Palin shit that we were talking about earlier?
Gosh, yeah, Sarah Palin was being considered for a cabinet position.
Sarah Palin.
Yes, Sarah Palin of all people. She was gonna be.
Anybody else hear that laugh in the background that was so perfectly timed? Q, what you watching?
Man, that's her watching Saturday Night Live. You know, she just act like I'm not doing this, but y'all go ahead and roll with it.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, that laugh was way too perfect.
Hey, man, sometimes things work out the way they should.
Yeah. Look at God. Won't he do it?
What about America's favorite MILF at one point?
Wait, oh my God. No.
Okay, the cabinet position. Come on, guys. Let's get together.
I believe it's going to be Secretary of Veteran Affairs. And that's what she's a possible nominee for. But still, I mean, this is Sarah Palin. I mean, really, guys.
Secretary of Veteran Affairs.
She'll be working with
Secretary of Veteran Affairs.
Instead of hiring,
is she a veteran?
No. Is she even? Okay. The bitch from Alaska.
Was she married to a veteran?
I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Was she ever married?
Unless she just always was jump off status. I don't know. I know she got kids.
That is the ultimate jump off. Let me see. Sarah Palin.
Like a carpet muncher, though. Like she really does.
Are you trying to insinuate something, sir?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Yes, goddammit.
And I am allowed to say that.
What? Oh, so now is that how we're gonna roll with? Is like that?
And her daughter is expecting her third kid. Goddamn, well, how about that?
You know, like how we were talking about black folks only talk about nigger. Gay people can only talk about the other topics.
Man, that's rough, man. Come on.
I can't.
You can't use our words.
Matter of fact, you still ain't answered that question last time on how y'all hustle one another. That's still up open the end.
Wait, what? What you mean?
Cause man, you can't fake a pregnancy. How do you get over on somebody? Wait, you still never answered that.
How do you fake a pregnancy? Wait, wait a minute. How do you? Shit, I don't know. I have to talk about I don't know. Like I don't know, man. That's a. Woo.
Oh, okay,
okay. That's a little bit more new. Like, who does the kid go to?
It's fucked up.
Y'all fight it out. That's what I say.
Sarah Palin is she is married to some dude named Todd.
It's not like an average dude that just I just need to get married.
Wow.
Some cat named Todd.
Todd, his name, Todd Palin. They got 5 kids. The only notable one is Bristol. That's old girl, and she got 3.
That boy said his pull-out game whack.
His pull-out game freak. And she's 26 years old, expecting her 3rd kid.
Hoo-wee. Either that shit is a hell of fire, or I don't know.
Somebody's gonna come up. I don't know. Shit. Okay. Partners, Levy Johnston, spouse, Dakota Whoa. Oh, okay. Well, at least her spouse, Dakota Dakota Mayer was a sergeant. He is a sergeant.
Okay, so
No, wait, no, he was a sergeant. Nigga. His years of service ended from 2006 to 2010. His shit is done.
But I mean, we don't even have to go this far. I mean, geez.
I know. We didn't win way too far. I know that's on me.
yeah, man.
I'll take that one.
Man. All right, so what's the next one?
Nah, man, I think we all tapped out, man. At this.
Sarah Palin's stupid.
I mean, we could throw in a bonus and we could talk about his boy Michael Flynn. We could talk about him. I think Justin knows all about Mr. Michael Flynn.
This ignorant, stupid motherfucker. All right, look.
Damn. All right, tell us how you really feel about the situation.
This is why Trump is an idiot. Quinn, question, bro.
All right, go ahead.
If you just became the boss of a Fortune 500 company, would you hire somebody fired by the previous boss for lack of intelligence?
No, not unless I'm trying to sabotage the whole company.
That's exactly what Donald Trump did with this motherfucker, General Flynn. President Obama fired him for incompetence. Let that sink in. President Obama fired General Mike Flynn for incompetence, and Trump rehires him for the same position. For what reason, I have no idea. But from what I've heard, he actually does the same shit that Donald Trump does. Like, he listens to the media. This nigga follows Twitter. He follows tweets and shit, and he retweets stuff.
Actually, he's even worse than Trump.
And he's worse with it because he actually had a government position, a high government position, and he retweets shit when he's supposed to be the main person doing intel.
You know, I never thought we would live in a world where grown men don't know how to stay off of social media.
Not just grown men, though. Grown men in their 50s and 60s. These are old niggas. You know, back when the computer was the size of your fucking wall. Like, come on, dog. But I see why Donald Trump can tweet so much with them small ass hands and fingers. It's like his shit is good. Like, I push a button and I might press 2 or 3 buttons at a time. He pushed that single one. Like, I get it.
I mean, I wonder if he has like an old school BlackBerry, you know, like one of those little small round ones with those small keyboards where he has to type the little fingers in.
Hey, why you playing Blackberries were hot back in the day. If you had one, you were doing it.
Oh yeah, BlackBerry BlackBerry Messenger, all that shit, man. Hey, what's your BlackBerry Messenger name? And
either that or you had you a Palm Trio. Hey,
I had not the Trio. I had a Centro. I was downgraded, but shit was cool. But
hey, but you know, before we head up out of here, like, what do you think about the rumors that are going around that Alex Jones may be informing or advising Donald Trump?
Who's Alex Jones? I don't think I know that story.
Oh, you don't know Alex Jones, Mr.
Bilderberg Black Helicopter.
They're trying to take everything from your people. The government is going to shut down, and I can't do the voice for too long, man.
Oh my God.
They're flying on him right now. I have the documents. The documents are right here.
I got the information. We've been investigating it. We've been looking into it. And just be aware, man. The Illuminati is coming after you. They want you dead. They want.
Oh my God! This is the nigga who said that Hillary Clinton was a literal demon.
I remember that. Yeah. I mean,
like,
he's one of those
flies flying on Hillary Clinton. She's a demon.
You know, he's one of those guys that he can come up with a good point, he goes way left. Like he'll say, "Hey, the Bilderberg group. These people are meeting every so often. It's like, you know, that's mysterious, and this is this and this that. Okay, that's cool." And then he'll turn around and say, "Hey, aliens visited him last night." You're like, "Oh, okay, he's that guy."
You know what? On to more pressing matters. That shit is terrible.
And in part, the reason why I brought that up was because, you know, if you remember a little while ago with Donald Trump, he was pushing out those tweets about the 3 million, I think it's the 2 to 3 million illegals who were voting in California. And you may have actually saw the videos of some of the Trump supporters who had bought into that. But that story that Trump was pushing originated from InfoWars. So it's like he's getting his news from InfoWars,
An internet source, or basically a YouTube source. Which I'm not saying that it's not credible, but then you gotta, if that's only news you're getting, that's interesting.
Yeah, nigga, no. That shit is about as credible as Wikipedia.
No.
Well, you know, yeah.
Actually, it's worse. Hold on, wait a minute, Eric. Before I go, Eric, turn that goddamn bottle the other way, nigga. Giving Bud Light a free press.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them. There you go.
There you go.
Giving them free press. Fuck them. That shit tastes like water anyway. Drink you a man drink.
A man drink? I did have some.
Dos Equis.
Some Jack Daniels back there still.
There you go. That shit key.
Oh,
that shit was turning my stomach. I was drinking it too fast.
Yeah, but okay, so the dude, so this is the dude that'll be like, "Hey yo, I saw a dinosaur walking outside." Like he one of them type.
He's close. Like he was a very conspiracy theory, and then he pivoted to religious fundamentalist. Like he spins them into his news stories. Like he used to be just like 9/11, like, you know, all these conspiracy theories circulating around 9/11, and then it went downhill, and then he eventually brought in a team of people who was buying it, and he developed into just like this big YouTube network.
Oh yeah. I mean,
well,
I don't know, man.
That's hilarious. But
I mean,
what about some? What about okay? Oh, the white kid, 14-year-old white boy in Nevada. Eric, I don't know if you've heard about this. 14-year-old white boy in Nevada at school wielding a knife. The campus security guard shot the kid. Now, I don't know a whole lot of details about this story, but he was a 14-year-old knife-wielding white kid, and he waving a gun. All the kids are terrified, and he pulled out his gun and shot him, and that was it. Like, I think they did call the ambulance, and the ambulance, I'm pretty sure, showed up. The kid was in critical condition. That's the last thing I heard. I know he was getting bullied. For some reason, that just feels like the way that it went down. He was getting bullied for a long time. Nobody tried to stop it. And now he, you know, and one day he was just like, fuck it, on some Columbine shit. He just like, didn't have the guns.
So he said, I'm about to go out if this is how they're gonna win the game.
They gonna play me like that, man. They trying to get me, man. I'm finna bring a knife to school. And it wasn't no like you know, pocket knife or butter knife. No, the shit was like a hatchet, damn near, like a butcher knife.
So he bought the.
I see it.
Yeah, you see? Okay, there it is. Yeah, like that shit is real. The crazier thing is, have anybody out of all these police shooting stories, has anybody, when it comes down to the black kids or black men, or black women, all these other people who get gunned down in the streets and all that stuff by police, why don't we ever hear about the ambulance showing up?
I don't know, but it looked like he got the dragon sword from Ninja Gaiden in his hand.
Oh, he was trying to. Oh, somebody was finna get it that day.
Like,
He was
oh
sick
man.
of it.
I mean, if you want to, you know, and I'm one of those ones that, and before anybody try to misinterpret, we're not saying that any of this stuff should have went down or that he shouldn't have got an ambulance call. That's not what being said. But there is a different level of urgency when it pertains to who is in need or who does what or so on and so forth. I mean, kind of if you really want to go with the Joe McKnight situation. Now, ambulance was called, but even how that went down has a lot of questions. You're like, wait, so he gets shot and killed. The guy admits to shooting him. His gun and everything. That's cool. You question him and then you let him go. So he goes home. He go home for a week. Then you finally get him back on some manslaughter charges, but then the chief of police, they wanted to get mad at people because he felt they were too vocal about their disapproval with the entire situation, how it went down.
You know what? For anybody who hasn't heard all of the details on that story, Joe McKnight, from what the police chief said, Joe McKnight may have cut this man off. Last name Gasser, some Gasser, Mike Gasser or some shit. Anyway,
no, I'll find me.
Some Gasser. He was cut off in traffic by Joe McKnight and pursued him. So that already means that he had the intent to do something. All right, so that instantly takes it away from manslaughter. You had the intent to kill, to cause physical harm to this dude. You chase him down in traffic. He gets out because he's tired of getting chased down in traffic. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else would be. Joe McKnight gets out, according to the story, and he tries to charge the dude up. Well, the cop said the shots came from inside the car, so the dude never got out.
Oh, that's interesting. Ronald Gasser is his name.
Ronald Gasser. Okay, the dude never got out of the car. That means he thought about pulling his gun. Pulled the gun. He didn't shoot once. He shot 3 times. And then he just waited on the cops. And then the cops show up. The gun is on the ground. He turns himself over, and then they release him that night with no charges. And then after it was like a week. After a week, they charge him with manslaughter.
Yeah. Which, okay, just to correct myself as well, he was a sheriff, not police chief. So Sheriff Newell, or however you pronounce it, Norman. And I was sitting there asking because I was like, man, look, so I hit up a female lawyer friend of mine, shout out to Autumn. And I just asked her a question. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe my understanding of the law, of course, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but we all have our opinions of it. So I just asked her, I said, maybe I have an idea, but maybe you could clear some things up. What's manslaughter, what's murder, and so on and so forth. So we had the discussion on that. Of course, manslaughter is basically accidental death. You have your murder, which would be intent, and then there's different levels to murder. So I started asking a question. I said, okay, so if based on that story, you pursued a guy, and then when he comes after you, then you shoot him, because now I guess either you had the intention to do it, or now you're going to try to say you were in fear of your life because you didn't know what was going on. And now you get the manslaughter charge, which I already know why, because when you think about the George Zimmerman case and all that, that's kind of how this really came up, because they tried to get murder for Zimmerman, but they couldn't measure intent based on all the information there or provided. So it's a lot of how can I put it? There's a lot of unanswered questions in this situation. That's all I'm thinking.
If they're trying to go with the George Zimmerman issue instead of the stand your ground law, anybody who remembers that particular court case, the evidence and the videos and all of the all of the footage and all of that stuff that they had on that case, the lady on the dispatcher, the lady who was telling him, who was talking to him while he was talking to her or whatever, told him, do not pursue this man. They told him, don't do this. This is not your job. If you wanted to call the police and say, hey, there's a suspicious character in my neighborhood, you can do that. You know, I mean, it's not cool, but I mean, you can if you suspect that they're a suspicious character. But this wasn't that same case, though.
No, it wasn't.
This wasn't the same case. This dude was both of these cats were driving on the highway or streets or whatever, and Joe Knight just got in front of him. And so he pursued him. He followed him all around and everything, because I'm pretty sure he didn't just like that. He had to be following this man and tailing him for a minute, because most people don't even notice for a while.
Yeah, most people don't know at all. They're like, man, that car look familiar. That's probably the only thing that comes up. But
that's my thing. But of all of that, he only got charged with manslaughter. That was the only thing he got charged with.
As of right now, of course, we'll try to keep updated with this, and we'll see how it turns out.
But that case was cracked the day he was arrested. He told them I shot him. He should have at least been in custody. They released him from custody. He should have still been in jail until they found something.
You know what?
The gun.
You know what? I would agree. I would agree with you, but then, the what was the name of my man? Not Walter Scott. Is it Walter Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that case just went down the way it did.
Yep.
You had one juror he was one saying he could not convict that officer because he didn't feel, regardless of the information and video, all the evidence presented, he didn't feel that him being charged, he couldn't convict him with any charge, even manslaughter, because at first they tried to go for murder and they tried to drop in the manslaughter, and both times he said no.
See, that's the craziest shit, man. How? Like, what else? What other information do you need? What other evidence do you need? If audio ain't enough, then video should be. But now video ain't even enough. Man. Written fucking confessions ain't even enough.
Man, I promise. I think we live in a world where it's like you can be right there, view it, watch it, see it happen, and then people would be like, "Nope, that ain't happened."
Oh, come on. That's not quite how it went down. There's got to be more to it than that. I mean, I'm pretty sure something happened before that and all of it. It's like, no. What if it didn't? What if there isn't any more than this? What if this is it? This shit I'm telling you, man, what's gonna happen? Motherfuckers is gonna get tired and we just gonna be like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna start fighting everybody.
No, but you better not. You can't do that. You need to. What people would tell you, no, you shouldn't act like that.
All right, you got to do it the Christian way. Like, wait a minute, don't come at me with that shit.
I mean, didn't they have wars? No,
hey, but for anybody for any extreme Bible thumpers, just remember this: when they were doing all that stuff in the temple, Jesus got mad and started flipping tables.
That happened.
So, if you think that he didn't get mad, if you think that he didn't act on anything, know this: he did, and he flipped tables. He flipped a bunch of stuff. He showed, like, yo, y'all not finna do this in my Father's house. So,
amen.
We can still use that same concept. You're not finna just be out here killing my brother and not expect any type of repercussion from it. Jesus Jesus wouldn't do it that way.
Hey man, people don't realize Jesus hit the block easily on you. He was in the streets.
I'm just saying, like and he was the father of a carpenter. So let's be real. He was the son of a carpenter, or whatever. So don't think that he was a little bitty dude. I could see Jesus being 6. I could see him being the exact same size Superman was.
Man,
Prototype 6'4", 6'2", 225.
Wait, hold on. Are you trying to say Jesus was a superhero?
How many other niggas you know can die and come back to life?
All right, we'll roll with it.
Jesus didn't die. If he died, he died. But I don't believe he died. I think he went to like Superman did. I was going to
say it. I was like, Eric, it's that moment where you realize the life and death of Superman was nothing but an allegory to the life and death of Christ.
You know, I'm looking over to my right now. Bullshit. I think that motherfucker just got knocked the fuck out, probably in like some street fight, and then he finally woke up like, God damn, what was I doing this whole damn time?
People are gonna slaughter me for that one. Yeah,
man,
people gonna be mad at me for that one. But I mean,
they gonna be mad. But I mean, if they take their personal feelings out of it, then they just might see it from a different perspective. Like, yo, they modeled Superman's death after Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. He fought a demon. He beat it, demons. But he also died in the process. And then the world went crazy without him.
Saved a lot of people.
And he rose back.
And he came back. There you go.
Oh, man. Wow. All right, but, you know, on this last note, we also want to talk about the last thing is that the Muslim police officer lady.
I didn't know that was actually legal to do.
Why wouldn't it be? I mean, it's just another form of religion. But
just a rocket.
But I mean, I just look at it like here's the hypocrisy that people will sit there and say is that she has been over here for I don't know how long, but you know, she's an officer. She's an officer of the law.
Mm-hmm.
You had a lot of people. What happened was that her son was being harassed by just a bystander, a regular old guy, and she happened to run across it, and you know, she intervened, and of course I think the cops also had to intervene as well. He actually was arrested, and if I remember correct, they're actually supposed to be trying to charge him for. Let me get into it. You see that story pulled up?
No, but I can pull it up though.
A female Muslim police officer.
Female who actually also wears her head garments. Anybody who is a part of Muslim faith, please let me know the name of that. No disrespect, I don't know it, but you know, she does wear it while on duty. Hijab. It's H-I-J-A-B. Yeah, I don't want to mispronounce it. That's like, you know, but while Eric's pulling up the story. So basically, I know even I was listening to one of the press conferences and somebody even yelled out, talking about go back home. And yeah, the police chief, he was like, you know, she is home. But that's the stuff I try to get on. I'm like, man, look, y'all, people don't realize the type of things that they do to others. And you want to condemn the entire group because of a select few people that you've been told represent the same thing. And I'm like, that's you wouldn't allow that to happen to yourself or someone who related to you. So why would you do it to someone else?
Well, it's just like Jill Stein said, you know, in that video that I'm pretty sure is circulated around Facebook. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of times. If you see the issue and you don't want it for you, why would you allow it to happen to somebody else? You know you don't want it for you, but you're cool with it happening to somebody else.
I mean, yeah, there we go.
Hold on.
Yeah, she ain't bad looking.
But I mean, it's not like she wearing it, but she still got on her cop uniform with
she's still
tie and
uniform
everything.
But I'm like, here's my biggest question: where is Blue Lives Matter?
Oh, where is the Blue Lives Matter in this situation? Backing up their fellow person in blue,
Man,
to be politically correct.
See, that's the only thing I'll sit there and say. I'll bite this from Charlamagne. It's like all I ask is, I just want consistency, man. If you're gonna do it, let's do it. If you want to say back the blue, then do it for all of them. You don't pick and choose who you want to rep.
But that's not how they work, man. You know that ain't how it works. Because that's the same reason why the KKK wear hoods. A lot of people say it because when they take them off, they're your doctors and lawyers and judges and police officers and all of those people.
Which that was actually a good question. Somebody asked me how if you know, if I had to experience racism, how would I rather take it up front or covert? And I said, hey man, give it to me up front. At least I know how to deal with it.
Yeah. Send the racism straight to me. You know.
Yeah. I want you. Go ahead.
Well, you know, you also have to kind of think about what Donald Trump had ran his campaign on. I mean, there is this. We do still have some people out there who are still pushing this xenophobic behavior against the Muslims. I mean, it's kind of still up in the air as to whether or not, you know, we're still going to ban like millions of Muslims at this point.
I know, but it's like you wouldn't say that to your cousin coming over from France.
Hey man, this ain't about you and your cousin. They don't give a fuck about you and your cousin.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, you wouldn't say if some reason they closed all the borders to everyone, people will be pissed. They wouldn't be talking about we need to close the borders. No, you're only talking about a select group, because you'll be mad if all of a sudden your mom and them can't come over from an Eastern Europe country because or from Greece because of the financial crisis that happened over there, and they want to come over here. They say, "No, we ain't taking you." You'll be mad. But then I even told somebody, I said, maybe this is me, but I said it comes off as hella contradictory when you say, yeah, we have laws to protect your freedom of religion, but they're for citizens, but then we're going to restrict you from becoming a citizen.
Yep. There you go. Quentin, you just figured it out.
I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to discern the hardcore from just, you know, your typical wooey, I believe in my faith, but, you know, I'm not really out to like cause anybody harm. I'm not going out there shooting or blowing up fools. I ain't doing that. Like, that was always my biggest problem with that was this. How do you discern between all of them? I mean, I guess it doesn't really affect you because you don't have any Muslim homeboys. So, you know, whatever, it don't affect you, Trump. But what if somebody decides, you know what, we're going to put some legislation that's going to fuck up the Christian community. All of a sudden their eyes go open like, oh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait. No. You can't be pissed off because you did that to the Muslims too.
You ain't even got to do it like that. What if I looked at every white person and be like, hey, man, you're a KKK member. Fuck you. We're not all KKK members. Well, not all black people are gangsters. So what the fuck are you getting at?
No, it's what you say. I don't know who's who. So until I can figure it out, I have to treat you all the same. Is that technically what was said?
That's exactly what. But ain't that what they? No, I mean, if not, let me know it's not. But it sounds like it.
But if you were to say that, or if you were to say, hey, I got to round up every white male that's age 16 to 42 or 16 to 60. A lot of y'all turn out to be serial killers or some kind of loony. So we got to hold y'all in until y'all prove otherwise.
Serial killers,
that will be rapists,
child molesters, you name it, they've done it, and that's just how that works.
And that will be dumb to do.
That would be extremely irresponsible.
So that's my thing. It's like, I'll say like this would be my final thing. Look, if you yourself won't hold your own self accountable or hold these same expectations for yourself, then stop trying to put it on others. And I'll leave it at that.
It is. Eric, what you got, man?
I ain't got nothing, man. I'm good right now. I'm belching up all these pizza that I just ate.
Yeah.
That's you eating a whole box of Hot Pockets. How you feel?
You feel like instant like a motherfucker.
It was great, and then now it's regrettable.
That's all it's all about, man.
Yep.
That's what millennials are all about. We're instant gratification.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost like sex with the ugly chick that you picked up at the strip club or at the club last night.
What seemed like a good idea at the time?
I was drunk. It was good at the time. You woke up, saw the truth, and noticed just how fucked up a situation you put yourself in.
Man,
just hope, and you just hope and pray that you pulled out.
Whew, hey man, worst thing ever is to make a mistake and leave evidence.
Wrap it up like BT said.
So does that mean that we have to dispose of the body?
God damn.
I don't know if the Ray Caruso way of doing things works out.
Like, I don't know what happened yesterday, but you cannot live.
Oh man, that's when you got to pull the Reggie Bush move and just pay it off to go get your abortion. But you got to make sure you see through. You can't just give her money and say, "Here you go."
But you got to, you got to get the paperwork. She might have just dipped out with that bitch.
Oh man, let's go on, get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, anybody who tuned in, man, we appreciate it. We on here, we talking, but we just trying to talk about some of this stuff that's going on. It can really just actually go out and look at these things as well, kind of make your own narrative, all that stuff. But all we're gonna do is just put our own spin on it, man. So.
Do your best to stay out of. I don't know. I'd say do your best to stay out of the way. But when motherfuckers come picking on you, there ain't much you can do about it.
Nah, not really, man. We live in a crazy world. It's been crazy though, so we just now realizing because the internet exists.
Yeah. Shit is easier. It's easier to be exposed than it used to be. You used to be able to be a closet racist, like real fucking easy. Like you might find out when you walk down the street or you hanging out with a friend and that friend's parents don't want you hanging out with them, that kind of shit. But now it's like old girl who was dating that dude for like 3 years and during the whole campaign, she started to see more and more how racist her boyfriend was. It's like, bitch, 3 years and he never exposed any of his true self to you in 3 years. You's a dummy. But he could have been really good at hiding it. It's just now he got more of a platform. So watch the company you keep. Watch the people that you let in your life. And just I don't know. Just do your best. Keep your head up and keep your nose clean. And I hope you got uncles and brothers.
Oh man, yeah, man, it's crazy, right? But
any plugs?
Yeah, just don't go crazy over all this stuff, man. It will make you go insane, but
I laugh a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I laugh at a lot of the stuff that goes on, man.
Like how much laughing have you done? Like, be honest, Eric, how much laughing have you done in the past 6 months?
Oh, a ton. It's like
then in a usual year, how much laughing at the news have you done?
Ton. Because the people you hear, you like, wow, they really believe this. Okay, all right, let's roll with it.
Nah, I think I'm becoming more like that cynical old man. Like, really?
Cynical old man.
It's
like,
oh shit.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I laugh to keep from to keep from getting angry, because if you don't laugh, you're gonna drive yourself nuts and you're gonna fuck around and do something you might regret.
Man, you gotta stay sane, man. All right, y'all, man. We're about to build a critical dump roundtable, folks. We out.
No plugs this week.
Oh, plugs? Oh shit.
I was gonna say, goddamn, man, just gonna not drop.
Let's say some shit then. What you got?
I was just saying, goddamn.
No, wait, straight up.
Shout out, hey, seriously though, man. Shout out to the podcast brothers, man. I watched one of their videos, or listened to one of their videos earlier today. That shit was hilarious.
Hey, dudes is dope, man. They're getting a ton of views out there. So, man, look, big ups to those dudes who doing their thing.
Yeah. Cats sound real aggressive. Like one of them laughed like Jay-Z. I was like, damn, they talking about Jay. I thought he was trying to impersonate Jay, but he really laughed like that. I was like, oh,
yeah, man. Hey, shit, that's why I keep telling everybody, man, we got a lot of talent, man. We got enough to fill a whole network of shit, but we
really
that's something off camera shit, but
we really do.
All the pod fam though, big ups to all of y'all. Also big ups to my man Kenneth Zenon and my man Jonathan Lamar, who came through and chopped it up with me this morning. We did a little quick interview, try to get some plugs out for them as well.
Big shout outs to Ken.
Yeah, and all the fam back at home, Coast Society, Chic Hair, Kenneth Stevens and Bell. Matter of fact, Kenneth Stevens actually started his own YouTube channel with him and his old lady, and they're doing something called Married to Business, where they're actually going to talk about small business ventures and just illustrating their life and everything. So yeah, man, y'all make sure to check them out. Other than that, Eric, you got anything that's coming up or anybody to talk about?
Nah, man. I just need everybody to just help me find a Nintendo NES, man, and I'll be good.
I don't know. Have they started selling them yet?
And
you talking about the classic?
Man, I'm talking about the classic.
Oh man, they got an old school shop. They sell that stuff. I think it's down the street, up Calder.
I'm talking about the new one that they dropped.
Oh, that new little box thing. Yeah,
you might have to fight somebody's little brother for that one. But, hey man, we going out of here, man.
Yeah, but